The Udana, Chapter 6, Born Blind, Section 6.1, Relinquishing the Life Force. Thus have I heard. At one time the Lord was staying near Vesali, in the great wood in the hall of the gabled house. Then, in the forenoon, the Lord, having put on his robe and taken his bowl and outer cloak, entered Vesali for alms food. Having walked in Vesali for alms food and returned after the meal, he addressed the Venerable Ananda. Take a mat, Ananda. I will go to the Chapala shrine for the midday period. Very well, revered sir, the Venerable Ananda replied, and taking a mat, he followed close behind the Lord. Then the Lord approached the Chapala shrine, and on reaching it, sat down on a prepared seat. Sitting there, the Lord addressed the Venerable Ananda. Pleasant, Ananda, is Vesali. Pleasant is the Udana shrine, the Gautamaka shrine, the Sattamba shrine, the Bahuputta shrine, the Sarandada shrine, and the Chapala shrine. When anyone, Ananda, has developed and cultivated the four bases of successful accomplishment, made them the vehicle, made them the basis, established, consolidated, and properly practiced them, he could, if he so wishes, live out the eon, or what remains of the eon. The Tathagata, Ananda, has developed and cultivated the four bases of successful accomplishment, and properly practice them, and if he so wishes, the Tathagata could live out the eon, or what remains of the eon. But even though such a broad hint was made by the Lord, such an evident indication, the Venerable Ananda was unable to comprehend it, and he did not entreat the Lord by saying, Revered sir, let the Lord live out the eon. Let the Sugata live out the eon, for the welfare of the many, for the happiness of the many, out of compassion for the world, for the good, welfare, and happiness of devas and men, as his mind was possessed by Mara. A second time and a third time the Lord addressed the Venerable Ananda, saying, Pleasant Ananda is Vesali. The Tathagata could live out the eon, or what remains of the eon. But a second time and a third time the Venerable Ananda was unable to comprehend it, as his mind was possessed by Mara. Then the Lord addressed the Venerable Ananda. Go, Ananda, do now what you think it is time to do. Very well, revered sir, the Venerable Ananda replied, and rising from his seat, he prostrated himself before the Lord, and keeping his right side towards him, he went and sat down at the foot of a certain tree, not far away. Then, not long after the departure of the Venerable Ananda, Mara the evil one approached the Lord. Standing to one side, Mara the evil one said to the Lord, Let the Lord, revered sir, now attain final Nibbana. Let the Sugata attain final Nibbana. It is now time, revered sir, for the Lord's final Nibbana. These words, revered sir, were spoken by the Lord. I will not attain final Nibbana, evil one, until my bhikkhu disciples are wise, disciplined, confident, attained to security from bondage, learned, experts in Dhamma, practicing according to Dhamma, practicing the proper way, living by following Dhamma, nor until, after learning it from their own teachers, they will be able to announce, teach, declare, establish, reveal, expound, and explain it to others, nor until, refuting with Dhamma the arisen theories of others, outsiders, they will be able to teach Dhamma that is convincing. But now, revered sir, the Lord's bhikkhu disciples are wise, and are able to teach Dhamma that is convincing. Let the Lord, revered sir, now attain final Nibbana. Let the Sugata attain final Nibbana. It is now time, revered sir, for the Lord's final Nibbana. These words, revered sir, were spoken by the Lord. I will not attain final Nibbana, evil one, until my bhikkhuni disciples are wise and are able to teach Dhamma that is convincing. I will not attain final Nibbana until the men lay followers, the women lay followers who are my disciples are wise and are able to teach Dhamma that is convincing. But now, revered sir, the Lord's bhikkhuni disciples, the men and women lay followers who are the Lord's disciples, are wise and are able to teach Dhamma that is convincing. Let the Lord now attain final Nibbana. Let the Sugata attain final Nibbana. It is now time, revered sir, for the Lord's final Nibbana. These words were spoken by the Lord. I will not attain final Nibbana, evil one, until this holy life of mine has become successful and prosperous, widely spread and disseminated among many, until it is well expounded among devas and men. But now, revered sir, the Lord's holy life is successful and prosperous, widely spread and disseminated among many. It is well expounded among devas and men. It is now time, revered sir, for the Lord's final Nibbana. When this had been said, the Lord addressed Mara, the evil one. You may rest content, evil one. It will not be long before the Tathagata's final Nibbana. 3 months from now, the Tathagata will attain final Nibbana. It was then, at the Chapala shrine, that the Lord, mindful and clearly comprehending, relinquished the life force. And when the Lord had relinquished the life force, a great earthquake occurred, and a fearful, hair-raising peal of thunder rent the air. Then, on realizing its significance, the Lord uttered on that occasion this inspired utterance. The sage relinquished the force of being, which originates the measurable and immeasurable. Inwardly happy and composed, he sundered personal existence like a coat of mail.